Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on SLMU. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. With that being said, let's dig in. This chart is very interesting. It's sitting at a very beneficial risk versus reward location. I'll explain that in a few minutes here. But just breaking down the history of the chart, you can see that back here to end the year, big volume came in and then big price reaction. So this is always encouraging because you can see that one big volume does hit it. The chart does hold the potential to really get moving. You don't see that when all charts. Sometimes you'll see big volume come in and the price barely budges. But not the case here. When big volume comes in, the chart is able to move, which is encouraging. The other encouraging thing is the chart's actually in an uptrend. You may be wondering, how can I say that considering how far back it's pulled? But remember, uptrends are based on where lows are. So before this big move happened, the lows were down here, and then during this pullback, the new set of lows was put in, and then it headed back up, and now this new set is right here. So as you can see, each set of these lows is higher than the other. The other aspect is the bull's buddy right here, this purple line being the 50-day simple moving average. This thing has been almost acting like a trampoline, and it's clearly a good area of support. Don't take my word for it. All we have to do is go back and look through the history of the chart. You can see that during this pullback here, it came down here and then had a nice little bounce. Now you may be thinking, well, that move wasn't that big. And if you just look at it in terms of appearance, yeah, it wasn't that big, but when you translate it over here and consider we're talking about a stock that's less than 10 cents, these percentages add up very quickly. So, don't let that deceive you. Remember, think in terms of percentages, not just in, terms of space. Yeah, sure, space-wise, this was a great big move, but this was like a 300% move here. This move here was still, very nice from a percentage standpoint. And then once again, you can see the price pulled back here to the trampoline, or the 50-day simple moving average and trampoline effect once more. Very nice percentage move. Sure, space-wise, it doesn't look like it moved that much, but then when you would look at percentages, very encouraging. And now to go back to my comment at the beginning of the video, when I said the chart in terms of location is looking very good, well, hopefully you can see why I say that. Once more, the price is sitting right here near the 50-day simple moving average, and actually let me get that out of there real quick. You can see that on Friday actually a nice hammer candle formed, and once more, don't take my word for it. Run a simple Google search, pull out your technical analysis books, but when you have bullish candles like this happen near key areas of support, and the 50-day simple moving average is definitely a key area of support, that's a nice sign for the bulls. Now, does it mean this thing's going to skyrocket up to $10? Probably not, but like I said, all you got to do is do a Google search and see what the world of technical analysis has to say about bullish candles forming around key areas of support like this. And just looking back at the history of the chart, you can see that the 50-day has been doing a great job of providing support. And then the final thing to look at is volume. Now, sure, volume's not like it was over here, but the point is volume did start to increase today. So when you have a hammer candle like this at the 50-day simple moving average, and then the next day you have volume start to increase like that, it's one of those things where potentially maybe a bigger move is getting ready to occur. So it's definitely a one you should at least put on your watch list and see what's going on, because if history is any indicator of this one, there could be a nice little upwards move, coming this week or even tomorrow, who knows, but all you have to do is check out these areas here. And I know I keep talking about the 50-day, but it's one of these things where it just sticks out. It's obvious after this move here, the 50-day has just been doing a good job of giving the buyers a nice opportunity before heading back up. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please do let me know. If not, once more, this was SLMU. Thank you for listening.